Picking just one PS5 game this month feels almost impossible. There's honestly too much good stuff out right now. I'm Alice, and I've spent way too many hours testing what's actually worth your time in August 2026. Grab a drink, get comfy, and let's dive into the list. Number 1 on the list has to be Grand Theft Auto 5. And yeah, I know, everyone's heard of it by now. Los Santos still pulls people back in even after all these years. The online mode keeps growing with heists, cars, and dumb chaos with friends. Honestly, it's kind of wild how a game this old still tops charts, but that says a lot about how well Rockstar built this world. Before we keep going, if you're enjoying this list so far, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment telling me your favorite game from tonight so far. Back to GTA 5. The freedom to just mess around in a living city never really gets old, and that's exactly why it's still worth playing. Second up is Elden Ring, and honestly, this one still hurts sometimes, in the best way. The Lands Between is packed with secrets, brutal bosses, and builds that let you fight however you want, whether that's magic, stealth, or just a giant sword to the face. What gets me is how much freedom From Software gives you to explore at your own pace. Nothing feels forced. I've died more times than I'd like to admit, but every win feels earned. If you love a real challenge, this belongs on your shelf. Game number 3 is God of War Ragnarok. And the bond between Kratos and Atreus is what really carries this one. Norse mythology gets a huge spotlight here, with gods, giants, and some genuinely heavy story moments that hit harder than I expected. Combat still feels brutal and satisfying. That axe throw never stops being fun. What surprised me most was how much the writing focuses on family instead of just smashing enemies. It's a long journey, but every hour earns its place in the story. Fourth on the list is Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and swinging through New York still feels incredible, even after multiple playthroughs. Playing as both Peter and Miles gives the story more range, and Venom shows up to shake things up in a big way. The traversal is smoother than ever. Web wings make getting around the city genuinely fun instead of a chore. My favorite part is honestly just swigging around doing nothing. No missions, just vibes. If you love superhero games, this one delivers. Fifth up is Baldur's Gate 3, a game that somehow still gets more impressive the deeper you go. Every choice actually matters here. Companions react differently, and the D&D rules give combat real depth instead of just button mashing. I've replayed entire sections just to see what changes with different decisions. That's how much freedom this game gives you. It's a huge time investment, no doubt, but rarely does an RPG feel this alive, worth every hour you put into it. Sixth on the list is Cyberpunk 2077, and Night City still feels like one of the most detailed worlds in gaming. The Phantom Liberty expansion added a spy thriller storyline that honestly might be better than the base game. Character builds let you go full hacker, gunslinger, or a mix of both, whatever fits your style. What I love most is just wandering the city, listening to random conversations. The atmosphere sells it completely. It's come a long way since launch. Seventh up is Helldivers 2, easily one of the funniest co-op shooters out right now. Fighting endless bugs and robots for democracy sounds ridiculous, and it absolutely is, but that's exactly why it works. Friendly fire chaos with friends never gets old. Someone always ends up getting hit by an airstrike they called in themselves. The satire is sharp without taking itself too seriously. If you want a shooter that's genuinely fun with friends, this one earns its spot easily. Eighth on the list is EA Sports FC 26. And yeah, soccer fans already know this one's a staple every year. Career mode got some solid updates, and Ultimate Team keeps pulling people back in no matter how many times they say they'll quit. Gameplay feels a bit more grounded this year, less arcade, more tactical. I'll admit I'm not the biggest sports gamer, but even I got hooked for a few weekends straight. Solid pick if football's your thing. Ninth up is Call of Duty Black Ops 7, keeping the franchise's momentum going strong this year. The campaign leans into that classic Black Ops paranoia and tension. Multiplayer feels fast and familiar in the best way. Zombies mode is still there for late-night chaos with friends, which honestly might be my favorite part. It's not reinventing anything drastically, but it nails what fans expect. Reliable, polished, and easy to jump into whenever you want a quick match. 10th on the list is Resident Evil Requiem, and Capcom just keeps proving they know horror better than almost anyone. New protagonist Grace Ashcroft gets pulled into a genuinely unsettling investigation, with atmosphere that had me tense in every hallway. The pacing builds dread slowly instead of relying only on jump scares, which I really appreciated. It's a shorter experience compared to some entries, but every minute feels tight and purposeful. Horror fans are going to eat this one up. 11th up is Astro Bot, and honestly, this might be the most charming game on this entire list. It's a platformer built to show off everything the PS5 controller can do, and it nails that without feeling gimmicky. Levels are creative, colorful, and packed with little surprises that made me smile more than once. It's not trying to be deep or serious, just pure fun from start to finish. Sometimes that's exactly what you need after a heavy RPG session. 12th on the list is Ghost of Yotei, following Atsu through snowy tundras and open grasslands near Mount Yotei. The combat feels weightier than its predecessor, and exploring the world at your own pace still hits that same satisfying rhythm. Story-wise, it leans into revenge and identity, themes that land pretty hard by the midpoint. Visually, it's stunning, some of the best scenery I've seen on PS5 this year. If you loved the original, this sequel absolutely delivers again. 13th up is 007 First Light, giving us a fresh origin story for James Bond that actually feels earned. Stealth and gadgets take center stage here, and sneaking through missions undetected feels genuinely rewarding instead of tedious. The writing captures that classic spy tension without leaning too hard into parody. I went in expecting a generic license game, honestly, and came out impressed. It's a strong reset for the franchise, and worth checking out if you like spy thrillers. 14th on the list is Crimson Desert, and Pearl Abyss clearly poured everything into the combat and visuals here. Fights feel brutal and physical, every swing has real weight behind it, which makes battles genuinely tense. The open world is dense with detail, though it can feel overwhelming at first with how much there is to do. I found myself just admiring the scenery more than actually progressing the story sometimes. Worth playing if you love action RPGs. 15th up is Death Stranding 2 on the beach. And yes, it's still as strange and beautiful as you'd expect from Kojima. Sam Bridges returns for another delivery-heavy journey across gorgeous, isolated landscapes. And somehow, the walking simulator formula gets even more addictive this time. The story goes to some genuinely weird places, in a good way. I won't pretend it's for everyone, but if you liked the first one, this sequel expands on it in ways that surprised me. 16th on the list is Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, bringing a fresh fighting game roster packed with iconic heroes and villains. The mechanics feel intuitive enough for newcomers, while still having depth for people who want to grind combos. Stages are authentic and full of little details fans will notice immediately. I'm not usually big on fighting games, but this one pulled me in for way longer than I expected. A solid pickup if you love the genre. 17th up is Beast of Reincarnation, a new action RPG from Game Freak that's nothing like their usual work. Set in post-apocalyptic Japan, you follow Emma and her blighted dog companion Ku through a brutal, emotional world. Combat lets you shape your style around ranged, stealth, or aggressive play, which keeps things fresh. The tone is heavier than I expected, almost melancholic in a way that stuck with me. Definitely worth a look if you want something different. 18th on the list is No Man's Sky, and its comeback story is honestly one of gaming's best redemption arcs. Years of updates turned it into a genuinely massive space exploration sim, with base building, fleets, and multiplayer that weren't even there at launch. Running in 4K at 60 FPS on PS5 makes exploring planets feel even more immersive. I still get lost for hours just wandering random systems, doing nothing productive. A great pick if you love slow exploration. 19th up is Stellar Blade, a stylish action game that made a strong jump from PS5 exclusive to a wider audience. Combat feels sharp and responsive, with parries and dodges that reward precise timing over button mashing. Eve's world is visually striking, blending sleek sci-fi design with some genuinely creative boss fights. I found the difficulty fair but demanding, never unfair, which kept me coming back after losing. If you enjoy stylish action combat, this one's worth your time. 20th on the list is Metaphor ReFantazio, and Atlas, once again, nails that mix of social sim and turn-based combat. The fantasy setting gives the usual formula a fresh coat of paint, with political themes that feel surprisingly relevant. Managing time between relationships and dungeon crawling keeps every day feel meaningful instead of repetitive. I got way more attached to the cast than I expected going in. JRPG fans are going to want this one on their list. 20. First up is Nioh 3, and Team Ninja continues delivering some of the toughest samurai action out there. Stance switching and weapon variety give combat real depth, letting you experiment with builds until something clicks for you. Difficulty is unforgiving. Expect to die a lot before you start feeling in control. Honestly, the punishing pace is part of the appeal. Every victory feels genuinely earned. If you like Souls-like combat with a samurai twist, this delivers fully. 22nd on the list is Fortnite, still going strong as one of the most played games on PS5. Constant updates, crossovers, and new modes keep things feeling fresh even years after launch, which is honestly impressive for a battle royale. Building mechanics still separate it from most competitors, giving skilled players a real edge. I'll admit, I only play casually now, but it's still fun to drop in with friends. Free to play and always worth a quick match. 23rd up is Marvel Rivals, a hero shooter that leans hard into team-based chaos with a huge Marvel roster. Character abilities feel distinct enough that switching heroes actually changes how you approach fights, not just cosmetic differences. Matches move fast, and destructible environments add some fun unpredictability to battles. I went in skeptical about another hero shooter, but the Marvel flavor genuinely won me over. Worth trying if you enjoy competitive, team-based multiplayer with some personality. 24th on the list is Forza Horizon 5, and its Mexico setting still holds up as one of the best open worlds in racing games. Arcade-style handling makes it approachable, while the sheer variety of events keeps things from feeling repetitive. Visually, it's gorgeous. Weather effects and scenery make just driving around genuinely relaxing. I'm not usually a racing game person, but this one pulled me in anyway. A great pick if you want casual racing fun. 25th and last on the list is Split Fiction, Hazelight's co-op adventure blending sci-fi and fantasy in one wild package. Two authors get pulled into their own stories, and the gameplay constantly shifts genres to keep every level feeling different from the last. Playing with a friend makes the puzzles and platforming way more entertaining, especially when things go wrong. It's inventive from start to finish, never overstaying its welcome. A perfect co-op pick to end the night on.